I just say hello there, Kenneth. How the devil are you?
I've got some distressing news.
Bad news, you say?
Oh, Leonard, it's Beryl. She's deceased. She's passed on, Leonard.
I do say I'm very sorry.
She's the last of the Clancy girls.
They were lovely girls, all 4 of them. She was the last, eh? Dreadful.
They said they hated you, Leonard. What on earth happened, dear boy?
Yes, they all did despise me, until the bitter end. Well, it all started off when I was giving aid in North Africa. It was in a country where if you pronounce it wrong, it is a massive social faux pas. I was there giving aid, and I was walking through the forest with my bush tucker man. His name was something like Nwankwu or something like that. Had a lot of clicks in the name. Could never understand the bugger. But sadly, whilst walking through the forest, the sad beggar, he trod on a landmine. As I stood aghast with my mouth open as his body was spread over a 50-meter radius, I sadly caught a considerable amount of his body in my mouth, and I do remember the taste. It tasted like sucking the end of a pencil. Sorry, I digress, but when I got back to the motherland, I sought solace betwixt the legs of a young lady. Her name was Beryl, and she had such soft skin, and her perfume was as sweet as the night. But sadly, she introduced me to some of her friends. Her best friend was a lady called Selina. She was a very, very luxuriant lady. So I ditched Beryl almost immediately and sought solace between the legs of Selina. But sadly, on another night out, she introduced me to her sister. She was a wily one, that one. Sadly, whilst in her house, I was introduced to her daughter, a very sweet young lady. Sadly bedded her as well. And once these ladies found out about, me sleeping with them all, basically, I have commitment issues. I can't stay with one lady for very long. Beryl, she thought I was the one. It was because she was a virgin, and probably because I made her come so hard. She seemed like she was doing an impression of a newly born horse. But anyway, they absolutely despised me once they found out about my ways. But nevertheless, the funniest part of it is, whilst in Africa, when I swallowed a large portion of Mr. Clicky Man, he had AIDS, and as I consumed him, I subsequently got AIDS myself. Luckily for me, I can't actually get the disease myself. I'm just a carrier. And then I spread it around these young girls like wildfire. Sadly, for Beryl, it was her first time, and I gave her AIDS. Ever so sorry. But they spent the rest of my life, well, I say the rest of my life, the rest of their lives, absolutely hating me for it. I mean, some got married again. Disgusting. I think one of them even had a child. Probably looked like a newborn vulture with little flippy flappy arms or so. But anyway, I thought it was quite funny, the fact that I went to North Africa to give aid, got AIDS myself. So I suppose the moral of the story is, keep your fucking mouth shut when your bush tucker man steps on a fucking mine. Kenneth? Kenneth? Mm.